Supersonic test flights of the Bell X-1 rocket-powered aircraft marked the beginning of NASA's Armstrong Flight Research Center. On September 30th, 1946, 13 members of the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics arrived at Edwards Air Force Base in California. 75 years later, NASA Armstrong continues high-risk atmospheric flight research and test projects. Despite the ongoing pandemic, NASA Armstrong continues to explore technologies that improve the sustainability of commercial aviation and enable new markets for supersonic passenger flight and advanced air mobility. Lockheed Martin's assembly of NASA's X-59 Quiet Supersonic Technology, or QUEST, is near completion. The aircraft was transported to Fort Worth, Texas in December for ground testing and will begin a trailblazing series of flight tests at NASA Armstrong in 2022. Facilities engineers refurbish one of Armstrong's old hangars that will house the 100-foot-long X-59 aircraft when it arrives at the center for testing. Engineers are in the process of building and testing new unmanned audio ground recording systems that will be used to characterize the X-59's sonic thumps. The Armstrong team will create high-resolution pictures of the X-59 sonic thump effects as it flies over hundreds of automated ground systems placed throughout the urban, suburban, and rural communities. NASA's engineers are also in the process of validating a supersonic shockwave imaging system and a shockwave measuring probe.
Yep, looks good. You're clear for the probing run.
Both will be installed and chase aircraft to gather critical data on the X-59's sonic thump. NASA and Empirical Systems Aerospace are making significant progress assembling NASA's first all-electric X-plane, the X-57 Maxwell. NASA Armstrong is advancing the goal of developing distributed electric propulsion technology that will make aviation more efficient, quiet, and environmentally friendly. High-voltage functional ground testing was completed, and installation of the aircraft's advanced high-capacity batteries will begin soon. Test flights are planned in early 2022. The X-57's second phase, and eventually third phase designs, will set standards for future all-electric aircraft.
Scenario, Striker 13, execute missed approach for...
NASA's Advanced Air Mobility National Campaign Project continues to help emerging aviation markets develop an air transportation system that moves within urban, suburban, rural, and regional environments. Testing was conducted to better understand how a future urban air mobility vehicle will need to operate within a congested environment. Air taxi testing with a Joby Aviation prototype aircraft collected information about how the vehicle moved, sounded, and communicated with controllers.
We're replicating an actual mishap that happened.
Armstrong's Resilient Autonomy team continues to collaborate with other NASA centers, the Department of Defense, the Federal Aviation Administration, and industry to create new autonomous aircraft technology that could help prevent accidents.
Our display is already indicating you can't get over that.
NASA's Unmanned Aircraft Systems Integration and the National Airspace System Project concluded its demonstrations of the safe integration of UAS for commercial applications. Aerial inspections of gas and petroleum pipelines were simulated during NASA's final SIO demonstration flights. Armstrong's C-20 aircraft, equipped with an innovative precision autopilot system, work with the Jet Propulsion Laboratory's Uninhabited Aerial Vehicle Synthetic Aperture Radar team to study wetland changes in the Mississippi River Delta and track and map the oil spill in Huntington Beach, California. After completing critical maintenance in May, NASA Armstrong's DC-8 deployed to St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands for the convective processes experiment studying aerosols and winds. The mission performed calibration activities for a recently launched Earth science satellite. The team also conducted studies into the interaction of eastbound and westbound winds over the South Atlantic. NASA's ER-2 completed missions studying ecosystems and natural disasters, as well as a summer campaign studying how convective storm systems affect air pollution over the stormy central United States. NASA's King Air B-200 science aircraft traveled to NASA's Ames Research Center to begin the sub-mesoscale ocean dynamics experiment.
power that is best scattered from the ocean that we receive
The NASA Earth Venture Suborbital 3 mission will study small ocean whirlpools, eddies, and currents to understand the role these ocean processes play in the movement of heat, nutrients, oxygen, and carbon from the ocean surface to the ocean layers below. NASA Armstrong continues to operate the Sophia Airborne Laboratory to study the solar system at altitudes above the moisture in the atmosphere.
See the moon, and you can see Jupiter.
Key observations in 2021 included investigating water on the sunlit portion of the moon. Science deployments were completed in Europe and the Southern Hemisphere.
Perseverance is continuing to descend on the parachute. We are coming up on the initialization of terrain relative navigation. And
NASA's Perseverance rover successfully landed on Mars in 2021.
Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance.
Using the lander vision system and terrain relative navigation system capabilities first tested and validated at NASA Armstrong in 2014. NASA's flight opportunities supported more than 25 suborbital flights. Researchers tested a capability that uses small satellites to create a network between spacecraft and ground stations. Other demonstrations include a plant experiment aboard Virgin Galactic Spaceship 2, an imaging system designed to capture a lander's descent and landing, and a payload return capsule able to navigate to a predefined touchdown location. Early career Armstrong engineers were awarded agency-level funding to develop lunar dust repelling decoupling magnets, as well as ways to instrument supersonic parachute canopies used for Mars entry, descent, and landing.
X-15, NASA 1. 10 seconds, Neil.
As part of our 75th anniversary, simulation engineers are developing the Greater Heights virtual reality experience,
Hit that ignition sequence.
where users will be able to learn Armstrong's storied history. That's Armstrong Flight Research Center's 2021 highlights. For more on these and other stories, follow us on the web at nasa.gov/Armstrong.